Hey guys, I'm Michelle. Thanks for joining me. This month we're focusing on building core strength, and our exercise of focus is called the LSIT. The LSIT is an exercise that is specifically targeting what's called your transverse abdominis muscle, or your TVA. If you're anything like me, you have never heard those words before. I didn't start specifically training my core in this way until a few months ago, and I've experienced some really great success with it and learning how to stabilize my body using larger muscles and taking a lot of tension out of my hips and the smaller supporting muscles. So first of all, we'll talk a little bit about the form and function of your transverse abdominis. So if you'll take a look here at me, I'm not an anatomy doll. The abdominal muscles that most people are familiar with are right here, and they're called the rectus abdominis. So that's what you get for like a six-pack. It's this muscle tissue that sits over top right here. So if you flex it, you'll see little lines right here. I don't have those. It's okay if you don't either. The primary core muscle sits below the rectus abdominis, and it's called the transverse abdominis. So it's actually kind of a tube-shaped muscle, and it covers all the way from where your belly button connects right here and wraps all the way around to your back and connects with your ribs and your pelvis. So because the muscle is so large, it works as our primary stabilizer when we train it, and so it helps us a lot with balance and taking a lot of weight out of our balancing postures and supporting our body with strength, so we're not using so much of our upper body to muscle into postures. In order to specifically target this muscle, we need to do exercise a little bit differently than you're used to training your core muscles. So a good way to first identify your TVA, if you haven't ever trained it before, you probably won't feel it right off the bat. I certainly didn't. So a good way to just kind of figure out where the muscle is to lay down on your back. And you're going to lift your knees up, keep your feet flexed, try to put your knees just right over your hips. You can relax your arms, place them on the ground. Doesn't matter if your palms are up or palms are down. And you're going to slowly move your feet out away from you. And as you do that, you should feel some muscle engagement right along here. And if you get a little bit too far, you'll feel your back come off the ground. So when you feel your back come off the ground, back up a little bit and pause. Just right there where you feel the muscle engagement in your core along your side body, that's your transverse abdominis engaging. And so what we're going to do as we train through LSITs is learn how to consciously engage this muscle and use it to support us in the rest of our practice.